Hello, how are you doing? Good morning and guten Morgen, because today I have to address my fellow Germans out there with a serious message. Try to keep it short if I can. Um, yeah, I am, of course, as you know, a German. You know that from my accent, you know it from my lack of humor. One of the two things that we did learn about the rest of the world from the British, that is, we Germans have no humor, and the French are only invented to make the British life abroad more miserable. But that aside, today it's about the Germans, and yeah, I yes, I live here abroad, so you might actually argue that I might not be too keen on Germany myself, which is not true. As I said, I do like it, and but I also like, it's probably, it's the weather. Like I always felt more attached to the Mediterranean lifestyle, and in general, I feel quite happy living on this planet. I have no plans of moving further away. I leave that to the nutcases, which incidentally, have no plans of leaving this planet. They just want to colonize Mars, but not themselves. Spoiler alert. Coming back to the Germans, yeah, well, so I do keep in touch with my friends. I do have contacts in Germany, by work. I do read the newspapers occasionally, and I have the feeling that this Germany is very different from the one that I left 30 years ago. I mean, it's like trains are not running or they're never on time. Germany is still using fax machine as the last country in the world. The internet is super slow. The bureaucracy is a catastrophe. Nothing is ever done digitally. There's this joke, somebody said, I sent you an email, didn't you get it? I said, well, if you would have sent me a letter, then I could have scanned it and then I would have it digitally. Told you, Germans have no sense of humor. Yeah, education, absolute catastrophe. In international comparisons, Germany always fails. What else? Car industry. Funny thing, it's the crown jewel of the German economy. And there's BMW, Mercedes, and Porsche, and they are just going downhill into a bottomless pit because China is overtaking left, right, and center. And all the other industries, it's if Germany would have less regulation and all the freedom and coolness of the Americans, it would be thriving. But as such, Germany is just this kind of dark gray pit that is absolutely miserable. And yeah, I wonder, did it really change in those last 30 years? Or was it always that bad and I just see it through nostalgic glasses? Or, but it is. We Germans, and probably me included to some extent, are the world champions, by far and without any competition in moaning. And yeah, it's I figured it long time ago. I was in Cuba on holidays, and I thought, the Cubans there, they have problems. There's poverty. There is, they have lacking a lot of things because, for obvious reasons. But they seem to be happy people. Deep inside, they are happy people. Maybe the weather helps, but my thinking is actually okay. Maybe it's the weather in Germany that doesn't help them, but I think that moaning is some sort of luxury. You know, when you can moan, then it's because you're actually doing pretty well. You just want to do even better, or you want things for free, or I have no clue. It's just, if you moan, you probably have actually, the more you moan, the less reason to moan you actually have. That's what I think. So I think we Germans should be a little bit happier, because life is pretty good. It is. And it would be even better if people would just smile a little bit more and be a little bit more appreciating of what they have. That would also, then hopefully avoid, the need to follow populists and fall for right-wing lies. But okay, let's put that aside. It's just more or less be happy, radiate a little bit more of that happiness to your fellow Germans, and I think everything will just go better. Maybe even trains will start running on time when everybody's a little bit more happy, or at least you'll find out that it's not such a catastrophe. So here we are, fellow Germans and me, moan less, be happy, and I'll see you next time.